Yeah, it's great to be here.
Now, is it D'April? How do you say it?
Well, anglicized it would be D'April, but in Italiano, my name would be Roberto D'Aprile.
Is it Italian?
Yeah, my grandparents.
Aprile?
D'Aprile.
And that's really like how you say it?
Yeah, in Italy you would say it.
So is it of April?
Yeah, actually I had a middle school teacher once who called me Robert of the Fourth Month.
Oh, how cute. And today is a new moon. I don't know if you know that,
really?
but today is the new moon, the new Aries moon, Phoenicia. Because she's an Aries. Yes, she is. And, wow, so you're Bob D'April. Wait, say it again.
D'Aprile.
D'Aprile.
Yes.
I like that.
You could say D'April. It's much easier, but just
D'Aprile.
everybody that knows me calls me Bobby D.
Oh, yes. But wait, are both of your parents Italian?
Well, my parents are born in the United States.
Okay.
Their parents, both their mothers and fathers, were born in Italy.
So you're 100%. Does your mother cook good Italian food? Or was the grandmother good?
My mother learned how to cook real Italian food. I mean, we used to have a pizza pretty much every Friday.
No wonder you're still surrounded by pizza. I guess it's like by osmosis. It sucked you in, huh?
Yeah.
You want to tell people what you do and what you have going on?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
give it out.
Well, people here in New York are familiar with Two Boots Pizza. They opened one. They opened a location in Bridgeport, Connecticut, about 2 years ago now. Yeah, a little over 2 years. And in 2008, I was hired to be the person who booked the shows.
Because it's not like a Two Boots you've ever seen here. It's so cool. There's like a stage.
Yeah,
the food is really good there too. Not that it's not here, but
it's the only Two Boots in the chain that has a performance stage. And actually, if you step back, it looks like a slice of a pie when it comes down to it. It's a triangle shape, but the front of the stage is rounded, so it's actually like a piece of a pie.
And that was intentional.
I think so. I mean, no one's ever said that to me, but I think it was intentional.
That's so cute. Now, wait. I was going to ask another question. Like, the original Two Boots that started the whole shebang is no longer open.
Well, that's the one with the video store? They closed
Well,
it?
no, that was the second.
Oh,
it was across the street. It was a restaurant, and they closed.
Oh.
And the one with I don't think the one across the street's opened either with the film. I don't know if
Well, they closed the video store. Well, the video store might still be open, but I know they closed the movie theater.
Right.
So.
Okay.
But if we're talking about Two Boots, you should mention Phil Hartman, the man who started with his wife.
Weren't they brothers?
The actor, you mean?
No, Phil Hartman and his brother. Didn't they both? They had Mo Pitkins for a little while too.
Yes, they had Mo Pitkins for a while too.
Right. They were like NYU. They were actually the chain eating New York, and then something happened. They stopped being like NYU, and they but they have Bridgeport, and they have Bleecker Street. I know that.
Yeah.
West Village.
And they
Park Slope, I think.
Was it early last year? I believe in 2009 they opened one in Hollywood in Echo Park.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's a pizza slice bar right next to the.
Oh, and there's one.
The Echo.
I was in Echo Park actually,
okay.
And then wait, and they're on Grand Street too. I think on the Lower East Side.
Yeah, there's also a slice bar and a drinking bar in Grand Central Terminal downstairs.
So they
That's
did.
Two Boots
So
bar.
they kind of have upped their little ragamuffin-y self.
Yeah, there's a Two Boots Tavern. Where is that? South of Williamsburg Bridge, just around that area, and they actually have music. I think once or twice a week.
Interesting. So now that you know everything about Two Boots, is that all you do, or do you do other things too?
I try to do other things.
Like what?
Well, I was in the world of desktop publishing for a while, and I did things. I was a newspaper person for a long time. Correspondent.
Are you from Connecticut forever?
Pretty much, yeah. I grew up in central Connecticut and Bristol, Connecticut. Which
okay.
People know as ESPN territory.
Ah, that's where ESPN is from?
Yes, it's in Bristol.
I never knew that. Did
Yeah.
you know that, Phoenicia? We're not really sporty here. All I know is Sporty Spice, and I do know the Yankees won last night.
Well, something you might get a kick out of, the sports guy for Channel 11.
Okay.
He used to work for ESPN in the early days, and his line on the air one day was, the best thing about Bristol is looking at it in a rearview mirror.
What does it say?
Well, once he said that comment,
everybody
Bristol,
tried to look.
No.
Oh.
He was out of a job quickly, and that's why he's been at Channel 11 ever since.
Oh, I I see. Gotcha. Oh my. So he was
It's not a bad place.
right. Exactly. How far is it from, say, Manhattan?
I'd say from Manhattan, from Midtown.
3 hours.
We used to go to Yankee Stadium all the time, and it took about 2 hours.
How far from New Haven? How far from Bridgeport?
About an hour.
Okay. How
Maybe
far
less.
from? Do you know? Did you ever hear of Enfield, Connecticut?
Yeah, that's way up near the Massachusetts.
Yeah. So how far from there?
From Enfield to Bristol?
Yeah.
Gee, we're having a geography lesson
Yeah.
on Connecticut. I'd say maybe an hour.
Okay, not
Yeah.
so bad. So, today is a pretty tragic day. Tell me if you know who any of these people are. Do you remember Kitty Carlisle?
Of course.
She passed away on April
What's my
14th.
line?
Well, yeah, with Orson Bean. I just always remember her and Orson Bean were on that show. That's all I remember from that. When I was home sick in bed, when as a little kid, I would.
Yeah.
Was it What's My Line? No, wasn't it? Maybe it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty
They had
sure
to
it's
write
What's My
something on a little card,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And then
Like
occasionally
a fill in the blank type thing.
Occasionally they would bring out a celebrity that everyone would be able to recognize who they were, so they put blindfolds on.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes, kind
Yes.
of. It was black and white. I remember that.
Almost as dark as your sunglasses.
Yeah, well, I'm a little dark at times, If it's a long story, but like I am in allergy denial, and yet, anyway, Ellen Corby. You know who she is?
Oh, I saw
Good night,
your
John
note
boy.
there. I saw your note.
Yeah, yeah.
Which-
She
which-
died today on April 14th.
Which role did she have?
She
on
was
the show?
grandma.
Oh,
She was the grandma. I remember
she
her.
must have been a young grandma.
She died at 87. Yeah, and Kitty Carlisle died at 96. And
Right.
then Anthony Newley.
Of course.
Oh,
Anthony
he
Newley.
passed away on April 14th, too. He was only 67, Age and death, though. I have a,
Anthony Newley was in the film version of Dr. Dolittle, I think.
Who was he?
He was just one of the sidekicks or whatever. But
Okay.
You've ever seen the original
Yeah.
Disney one, the Dr. Dolittle, the first one?
Wait, it was,
With the British, but I can't remember the British.
oh, I
actor
know
played
who it
Dr.
was.
Dolittle.
It was like, oh, gosh. Someone I know was that man's dresser.
Okay.
And I never knew what a
And they had
dresser
the big
was.
snail in the movie.
He was Richard. Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Richard somebody.
Wasn't it? Wait, Dr. Dolittle. He was a very tough man.
Yeah.
He was in the industry. I know Can you look it up? The original Dr. Dolittle. Oh my gosh! Well, then we were going to go. Oh yeah, him. He was a really famous actor of his time. Richard Harrison?
Richard Harrison.
No.
Richard Harrison.
Harrison.
I think so.
If I'm right, that's pretty good. Yeah, it sounds
Yes.
about right. Who was Dr. Dolittle? Rex Harrison. That's it. All right. We were
Yeah,
close.
the right last name.
And all right, Rex Harrison. Yeah. I was a makeup artist for a long time, and I worked with this guy named Rod. And Rod was Rex Harrison's dresser. I didn't even know people had that. He used to dress him and put him in his clothing and all that. And
So what would someone have to be?
a stylist,
How
right?
would someone apply to be your dresser?
They'd have to pay me a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because my budget, I don't have one yet. But
Okay.
I wouldn't mind having a dresser at times, probably. It would help, So, wait, who's this? Burl Ives. You remember Burl
Oh,
Ives?
yes.
He was in that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, he's the voice of the
Snowman, yes.
Yeah.
He passed away on April 14th.
He was a voice for a lot of commercials back
He
then, too.
was the original. He was like a folk singer and actor. He was like one of the original folk singers.